Hey riders, this is Dr. Tanya Olson with Move Like a Rider, and this is the last of 3 videos where I just kind of touch on some of the indicators of where your horse being in pain so that you can make sure that you're not asking them to ride through pain, work through pain, or exacerbate and cause some further problems between the two of you and with their performance. So first you need to know how your horse is just naturally relaxed in their stall or in their pen or paddock. And then, putting your hands on your horse when you're preparing them, that's a good way to physically assess how your horse is feeling. If you find any tight spots, any ouchy spots where they kind of act like it's uncomfortable for you to be touching them, that's some really good information. And then ideally, you are able to have them move in a way that you can watch them before you ride them. And that could be like if they're walking in from the field and you're calling them and they're coming in and you can watch how they're moving, that's really helpful. If you can put them on a lunge line and have them move in both directions, walk, trot, and canter, that can be very helpful. Really, the trot is probably the best. If you can just walk and trot, those are probably the most diagnostic. Or if you can have somebody else just give you, trot off with them ahead of you and in front of you and then trot back, or have them be loose in the arena a little bit. But ideally you get a little bit of time, just a little glimpse of how they're moving before you get on their back. And then have a nice consistent warm-up routine where you're walking. I really like the having them need to pick up their feet, so some type of cavaletti or ground pole, because that will amplify anything that's going on with regard to weight bearing. So if they're going through the ground poles, and if you're doing it consistently, every time you ride, you'll notice when something's a little bit off. But just those are some of the quick tips on noticing if your horse is in pain. And if for more information, go to movelikearider.com.